Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaylee and this is part 2 of my fall cook with me videos. I don't know about where you live, but here in Alberta, Canada, it is not fall anymore. As of a couple days ago, it's really snowy and cold outside, so I thought I would wrap up my fall content, but I really wanted to share these last few recipes with you. I have a breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert idea if you are looking for a nice cozy fall meal to cook up for yourself or your friends or family or whatever. So I hope that you enjoy this video and feel inspired to do some cooking this fall. Normally you'd want to put the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients, but I mixed up the bowls and it honestly doesn't really matter. Sorry if you can hear Walter meowing in the background. He is currently driving me crazy. But anyways, I'm using 2 skillets. I have them on like medium-low heat, and I'm putting about a teaspoon of butter. You could also use avocado oil just to grease them. I like the flavor of butter with pancakes, but totally up to you. And you can really make them whatever size you like, but definitely cook them like 2 to 3 minutes on each side. And these pancakes are so good. They're really pumpkin-y and fluffy, and they're really filling. Definitely not sweet though, like you get all of your sweetness by how much syrup you add. So if you wanted a sweeter pancake, then I would recommend like adding some sugar or syrup into the pancake batter if you wanted. But even I think like they're good without being super sweet. Yeah, so let me know if you make these ones. They're perfect for a nice cozy fall breakfast. I'm making this salad actually a couple days later than I make the meal that I'm going to show you for dinner. Sorry if that sounded confusing, but the orzo dish that you're going to see next, I use butternut squash in it, and this is actually the other half of the butternut squash that I didn't use. I think yam would also be really good in the salad, some nice roasted yams, or if you want to like put them in the air fryer and get them all crispy, I think that would be really good too. But I had this butternut squash, so that's what I'm choosing to put in the salad today. And I just want to say, when it comes to salads, like cooking, you don't need to be precise with measurements. You're gonna see that I love to add a ton of toppings to my salad. Like, I didn't have a ton of arugula today, so there's definitely more things in the salad than there is actual greens. But that's just how I like it. That's just how it worked out today. So feel free to add as much or as little of things as you prefer. Use whatever greens you like. You know, if you don't like beets, you could do pickled onions, or like I said, you could do yams instead of squash. Totally customizable, but This was such a good salad. I will definitely be making it again, and I didn't even think my boyfriend would like it, but he even agreed it was really tasty, and it just tasted like fall in a salad. Measurements as a general guideline for this dressing, but I really just eyeballed it, and I didn't show it, but I did end up topping it up with a little bit more Dijon and a little bit more apple cider vinegar. It was running a little bit sweet, so definitely just make it to taste. Starting with this recipe by getting the largest skillet that I have and turning it on to medium-high heat. Then I'm going to be cutting up some sausages. You don't have to use sausage, you could use chicken or whatever protein that you like in this recipe, but I highly recommend sausage. I think that the flavor pairs really nicely with all the other autumnal flavors, and I'm using an Italian sausage, but feel free to use whatever kind of sausage you like. I forgot to say this earlier in the video, but this is the butternut squash that I was talking about, that I used the other half of it for the salad. If anybody has any tips on how to properly cut a butternut squash, I have no idea what I'm doing, if I'm doing it right, but it feels really challenging. I'm like, I don't know if it's supposed to be this hard, but This is how I've been doing it. I think it's right, I'm not sure, but please let me know if you have any tips or tricks for cutting squash. first time making orzo, and I was super happy with how it turned out. My boyfriend also really enjoyed it. Very autumnal flavors, very fall. You don't need to add the little slab of butter here at the end, but I did. Why not? Butter makes everything better. I always like to add a little bit of salt and pepper at the end too, just to round out the dish and make sure all those flavors are coming out. Feel free to add anything else that you want to. If there's other spices or herbs that you want to add, I just kind of went simple, added some fresh sage, and it turned out absolutely amazing. Please let me know if you make this recipe. First thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 300 degrees. Next up, we're lining our muffin tin with paper liners. I liked these brown ones I found. I thought they kind of went nice with the whole fall theme. Making our graham cracker crust to go inside, and I just have to quickly say that this is probably the best cheesecake recipe I've ever had in my life, and I've had a lot of cheesecakes because I love cheesecake, but these were just so light and airy and not too sweet. I brought all of them to our friends. We all had dinner together for Thanksgiving, and I thought, everyone would probably have one. They're little nice single servings, and no, everyone needed two because they were just so good. So out of all of these recipes in today's video, this is definitely the one I recommend the most. As always, I'll have the recipes in the description box. This one I did get from Pinterest, so I'll have the link for it in the box down below. One thing is, I don't know if I misread it or what, but she was saying that you're supposed to take 2/3 of the cream cheese mixture to make it pumpkin. So then you're only left with 1/3 of the vanilla. So I found I didn't have enough of the just plain vanilla, and it was very pumpkin forward, if that makes sense. There was a lot more of the pumpkin batter than there was the vanilla. So I found it difficult to make the swirl that she makes in her recipe. If you click on the link, you'll see it's supposed to be like a swirled cheesecake, but I did not have luck doing that. So it ended up just being vanilla on the bottom, pumpkin on the top, and they still looked really pretty. You just didn't really get the swirl effect, but I still used the toothpick to kind of spread it around to make sure that it was all even. I topped cheesecakes with some candied pecans, which I forgot to film, but I pretty much just toasted them for a couple minutes quick in a skillet, added a little bit of brown sugar and water till it reduced down to a syrup, and coated them nicely, spread them out on parchment, and let them dry. Then I served the cheesecakes with some whipped cream, and like I said earlier, they were absolutely amazing. They were such a hit at the dinner I brought them to, so highly recommend. You will absolutely love them, I guarantee. And yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching today's video. I'm sending you so much love, and we will see you in the next one.